So, peek behind the curtain. I didn't recognize you. Welcome to Etc., the podcast where we don't even know what will happen. Every episode, we spin a wheel of a few topics, and me and my lovely wife Amanda will figure out what to talk about when we get there. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Oh, shit, we didn't pick a name yet. How am I going to introduce? Okay, so I guess, welcome everybody. Part of this episode is figuring out the name for this thing. Is Mama Toast. What do you want me to call you on the podcast?
A good question.
I guess I'll just talk to you as I normally do, and you guys are just going to have to deal with me saying honey. So we couldn't pick like what we wanted this podcast to be. So we've made a wheel, and now we don't know what the podcast is going to be, and you won't know either until it happens.
Yay!
Moving the microphone. If the audio changes, that's why.
Dun dun dun.
So our wheel comprises of I get to rant about a topic. Amanda gets to rant about a topic. Reading an Am I the Asshole Reddit post, a relationship advice Reddit post, or doing a tier list. There's going to be frequent cuts because I'm coughing a lot, like last week's podcast. It was originally that there was going to be parenting. I didn't tell you this yet. Originally, we are going to put parenting advice as a wedge on this wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I browsed the parenting advice subreddit. It's either things we haven't gotten to yet because our children are 3 and under, or really depressing things. So I'm like, that's not the vibe. Like the top post is like, how do I not hate my 2-year-old? And it's like, oh, that's kind of a fun. And then you read it, it's like, oh no, they're serious. Oh, I don't want to weigh in on this. That makes me sad. So that wedge got taken off. And the Am I the Asshole, the relationship advice, essentially I just go like top past month and I look for like an interesting one, because 80% of relationship advice is just dump him. So like I tried to find like something that's interesting to talk about.
Or the wildest of posts.
Oh yeah, I mean they're included. I'm fine with putting that on the table. There is another wedge that will have to be ongoing. We can't do it for the first episode, and that'll be like AMA, essentially like sent in questions. Once we figure out what the name is, I'll make a custom email address for that. For now, I'm going to put it in post, and I'll put it on the screen.
I don't know. What do we want to call this?
I was thinking of it, like, since this is gonna, I've already thought of the tagline. Is something along the lines of like, even we don't know what will happen, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to think of like titles that are like catch-alls, and the only two I can think of are, etc. Or I like Mr. and Mrs. Elanius. But as good of a pun that is, that's a terrible title for like SEO reasons. How the fuck do you spell that and like think of how to search that? I like the pun though. Because originally we wanted to do a podcast last year and we were going to call it After Bedtime. Because that's when we can record, is after bedtime.
Which is exactly what we're doing.
Which is right now. It's 11:30 p.m. We were going to record
really?
like an hour ago, but the baby woke up. So I had to go help him go back to bed.
Oh yeah, and the toddler was up till 10. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you have any ideas on a title?
Absolutely not.
Do you like etc.?
How would you spell it?
Etc. It's a word. ET space CETERA.
Oh.
It's spelled how it sounds. etc.
Well,
Well, it's ETC.
yes, that's all I know.
Yeah. And I figure that's like a fun catch-all term, like welcome to etc., the podcast where we don't know what happens next or whatever. All right, cool. We solved today, I guess. Why don't you? I've yapped for like 5 minutes. Why don't you introduce yourself? Because not especially if you don't watch the streams, you don't know who this person is.
Yeah, you guys don't really know who I am. I like to stay offline. Occasional posting on the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But I generally an offline person, and I don't know. I'm kind of just momming.
Yeah.
We've got a neurodivergent autistic toddler and
a suspected neurodivergent autistic baby. So we got our hands full.
That is my life, and I'm mostly tired. I don't really have much else to input because I don't really get to do much else right now.
Yeah, we've got some very hands-on kids. If anyone's curious how like this whole operation works, it works with her because I can only have time to sit down and edit because she kicks ass. So like that's how this works essentially. I
also manage all of his like scheduling.
Yeah, I'm really bad at that. That's the ADHD for you. I guess we can spend this first episode before we spin the wheel. Do you want to talk about like how we met?
Yeah, I guess so. Do you want to start the story?
Well, I feel like I've been yapping a lot. Do you want to?
I don't know. You tell the story great.
Well, I like telling it, but I already get accusations that I talk over my guests because I can't stop yapping. So I feel bad because I've been yapping.
Okay.
Not to put you on this. If you don't want to, I don't want to put you on the spot.
We can tell it together.
Okay. Every other word. We'll go every other word.
We're not that in sync.
No. That's the thing. It'll go horribly, and that's content. So.
But not this kind of content. No. Stop.
You say. See, it already fucks up because I was thinking my freshman year, but it wasn't your freshman year. So if I say my and then you don't say freshman, the story's fucked. But if you say freshman, the story's fucked. Okay, this doesn't work.
You start.
Okay. This was the summer before high school, actually, is where it starts for me. Because now I will need help remembering timeline of pitch. Because that's where like a lot of our hangouts began.
Well, you see there, most of my trauma blocked a lot of those details out.
The big question that I can't remember is, I know Sweeney Todd was the first show. Mm-hmm. Was that before high school? Like the summer before that year of high school? Or was that during that year of high school?
I
think it was during. Okay. So I get approached in the summer before my freshman year to join I probably should. It's so weird. So the microphone picks you up best when you look at it and talk at it. Mm-hmm. But I'm so used to looking at the camera. But the microphone's over here. So
well, then just do a little swoop.
I'm going to swoop in. I'll just lean in for this one.
And then I'll just...
Ow. My teeth. I'm like 3 days out of a cold. I'm still in it with this cough. But for whatever reason, my teeth have really hurt from headaches. And any force to my body has made my teeth hurt.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just very fun. I felt the need to explain what my teeth meant. So there was the summer before my freshman year, and I'm approached from a acquaintance in middle school who knows I did theater, who said, "Hey, I am in a student-run community theater thing. We're looking for actors. Our first show is going to be Sweeney Todd." Well,
the next show is going to be Sweeney Todd.
Do you want to audition for it? I'm like, that sounds awesome. Especially because our high school was notorious for kind of casting the same 4 people.
And then would complain that nobody would come see the shows because everyone's like, well, I've already seen these people and I'm tired of them.
So it was like, oh, cool. There's more opportunity here to do theater outside of my high school's scene. And so that kind of starts some wheels going. And then in my freshman year of high school, I do auditions for The Crucible.
Yes.
Which was the stage play that year. And this audition is cold readings that you get paired up for. I had tea, but it's cold now. So it's just flavored water. I'm going to go heat it up. You can explain from your perspective the audition. I'll go heat up water.
Okay, so...
You don't have to. It's pre-recorded.
It's cold reads, which I hate, by the way. I feel like cold reads are really bad for people who have issues with processing, such as myself, and issues reading without or reading aloud, like me. And so I was paired with that dude coming back into the camera to do a cold read for the audition. Now, I don't know who this person is.
I agree. I think not only are cold reads rough for high schoolers, blind pair cold reads for high schoolers, that's evil. That's a really mean audition for high schoolers. Because these weren't calm scenes. For example, the scene that we got paired up with, I don't remember all the details, but I remember that I was essentially yelling at you for ruining my life, or I was yelling at you to keep your secret, or else I'll have to say you're a witch or something.
Yeah.
The Crucible.
I think I was reading for Abigail and you were reading for John or something,
Crucible
1700s,
names.
1700s, 1600s? This is pre-United States?
This is in the United States before it's the United States.
Yeah, so pre-United States.
So 1600. Yeah, you're right.
The colonies.
I had to walk myself there. Salem witch trials. We got paired up, and I thought we practiced really good, but I got really in my head, and I messed up the blocking for the actual audition. So we're on stage, and I'm acting my ass off. I'm blacking out as I usually do, and I get too close to you, and I, holding my script, throw my hands down as you can't do this to me. And my script extends my reach by 5 inches. And I smack her script right out of her hands.
And it flies onto the director's face.
Just sweeps down the stage right in the face of the director. And I freeze. And everyone freezes for 3 seconds. And in that silence, you very politely and very quietly walked towards the director and just plucked the script from them. And we gave a very poor performance of the rest of that scene because we were still in shock. Neither of us got the part.
Which is also why you shouldn't do cold reads, because they don't have the script memorized. How am I supposed to improvise that? I'm 15. Did you just pour the water in the kettle and then heat it? Or pour the cup in the kettle?
What I've been doing, I've been oversteeping my first cup. And when I've got a third or half of a cup left and it's cold from doing other stuff, I'll just pour hot water on top.
Oh, that's kind of smart, actually.
Right? I don't like saving the tea bags. Because I'm if it's loose leaf, I'll do it 3, 4, 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Tea bag, I do once.
Yeah.
Which is wasteful. But it's not good enough tea to do it multiple times.
Yeah, you can't really, you can do it twice and that's it.
Twice
that's all you got.
within 2 hours. So that was where we parted ways for over a month.
Nope. 2 weeks.
2 weeks? I thought that was in September.
Nope. October.
So that was where we parted ways for 2 weeks. And then
I remember weird specific details like that, but most of my high school experience gone.
So I'm then at a Halloween party for that community theater group. Kind of a meet and greet before the auditions for that began, I believe. Or was that right after auditions?
Right after auditions.
Was it? I don't quite remember.
I believe, because then Hurricane Sandy hit and we were out of school for a week.
I remember some crazy audition locations for Sweeney Todd. If I'm not mistaken, now this might have been Wicked. There was at least one time where we were doing a dress rehearsal in an emptied out doctor's office building.
Was that Wicked?
You remember that though, right?
I do.
Don't remember which one it was. It was one of them. The recording for this is going to look crazy. You guys won't see it. The audio file for this is going to look crazy because it's these really tiny blips because we're too far from this very quiet microphone. And then there's going to be giant spikes every 30 seconds when I cough.
Anyway, a Halloween party at one of their houses.
I feel like I always tell this part from my perspective. What was your perspective from the Halloween party?
I don't really remember it that well. Because I avoided the main room because they were playing Rocky Horror. And at the time, I still haven't even watched Rocky Horror since, but
Meanwhile, I know the words to most songs from that movie.
Rocky Horror was really important to a friend of mine who was my best friend and almost first boyfriend, but he fucked it up. And it
True.
really hurt. And I never was able to watch Rocky Horror ever again because I would just feel hurt. So I don't remember most of that party. And I avoided that room. So I was like in other areas like the kitchen, the like dining room, the like den. It was like an old house too. So most of my perspective is, hey, this is the lunatic that knocked the script out of my hand at the audition.
So peek behind the curtain. I didn't recognize you. I am stupid, and I cannot remember the face of someone I met 2 weeks ago once. It was not until you later reminded me of it that I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. It didn't. I mean, I connected the dot, but I did not.
I thought this whole time you knew.
Nope. I only knew when you pointed it out. But I saw you at the party because I went to the kitchen because I've always been the find a spot to chill, eat, and talk. That's been always been my goal at a party. I don't hang out in I don't go to like the side rooms where there's like smoking and this wasn't that kind of party. This was freshman year of high school.
And we're all theater nerds.
But like I avoided the main room because there was too much going on. Meanwhile, the kitchen, quieter, food, ideal. So I'm in the kitchen eating, and I overheard you, and this is why I approached you, because I thought you were cute. And I overheard you saying something about Black Ops.
Yes.
And I went, okay, I like Black Ops. She's cute and she likes Black Ops. How do I impress her so she'll want to talk with me? And my thought was, what if I talk about Black Ops and bring up cool trivia I know about Black Ops in conversation so I appear knowledgeable? I don't know cool trivia about Black Ops. I made up so much shit. I was like, oh yeah, this gun actually is from like this war. It was really cool that they brought it over. I don't know, I was making shit up. I just wanted to talk to you, and I didn't know how else to because I was very nervous.
And fun fact, I only played Black Ops for zombies, so none of that even mattered to me.
I played it for everything. I love Black Ops Zombies. At the time, I played it for everything, like multiplayer, campaign, and zombies.
I don't like when things shoot back at me.
But then we talked pretty much the rest of the party.
Yes.
And then my dad drove me home and gave you a ride home.
Yes.
It was very quiet in that car because my father was driving. It felt awkward. And then when we dropped you off, my dad looked at me and said, she's got a pool. As if to say, you should go out with her so you can swim in her pool. Because at the time, we were in the Q house, I'll say. And the only pool we had was like a blow up 4-foot, 15-foot wide pool where you guys have like a bigger, like 4.5, 5 foot, like big, like standing pool.
4 feet.
It's 4 feet?
Yep.
I guess I was like 3 then.
Yours was one of those ones you would get at Walmart where you can set it up for the summer and it's got that cheap, shitty pump.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take it down.
Yeah, that's what we had.
Ours is the real deal. It's still somehow standing.
But I got your number somehow. Don't know why you gave it to me. I guess I annoyed you enough. I don't know.
I just kind of gave out my number a lot. And
Fair.
if I didn't care too much, I wouldn't well, I'm really bad at texting anyway. I'm really bad at conversations. So it's like, if this doesn't work, I just don't have to answer. Or I'll just answer really poorly because I do that anyway. Fair.
And then we texted a whole bunch this is the end of October, November, December? Is that how the months go?
Yes, October, November, December.
So throughout November, we're texting a lot. About midway through November, we went for a walk during homecoming game or just a football game? I think a football game,
We
because
didn't go
homecoming would have
to
been.
it.
We didn't go to the football game.
I think it was Powder Puff.
Something like that. It was some kind of event, but we didn't go to it, but we did go for a walk during it. It was a big old walk, and about halfway through it, you fell in a ditch a little bit.
Yes, I'm clumsy.
And I caught you with my arm, and then I didn't pull away, and you didn't pull away. And for the rest of that walk, we were arm in arm, and I was fucking panicking. For like the whole walk, I was panicking. And I guess that was your sign of saying that, like, at that point, if I asked you out, you probably would have said yes.
I don't actually know if I don't
I know.
know. Because I mulled it over for a really long time when you did. 'Cause
Oh,
was
I
like,
know. You waited a
don't
whole school
know.
day.
I mean.
Yeah, because from my perspective, when you didn't pull away, that was being like, this is comfortable, I'm okay with this.
Yes.
And then the extension of that was, we are close enough that asking you out is not inappropriate.
Yes. I guess that's how that would
That's
work.
how my brain worked.
Yes.
I never knew what you were thinking during that walk. I mean, I never know what you're thinking anyway, but like, especially during that walk, I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't remember.
And then we came back to, like, we walked past the high school, and then that's when, like, the event was coming out. That's why I remember there was an event.
Oh, I don't even remember the event.
I don't know what the event was. I just remember that when we were coming back, a bunch of people were leaving the high school. And then, like, a week later, at that point, I had planned to ask you out on your birthday, because her birthday is December 20th.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was going to give you a present, and in the present, slip a note asking you out. And then over like a week of waiting for that plan, I was like, oh, I cannot wait a full month knowing I want to ask you out without fucking this up somehow. So instead, I wrote the full, like, page-long letter, and at this point, before homeroom, our friends group would kind of stand around and talk for like 10 minutes. Then we'd all leave for homeroom, and maybe we'd see each other throughout the day, and then we'd meet up after school. So before homeroom, we're all hanging out, and then right as the bell rings, I hand you a thing and say, don't read this until you're in homeroom, and I book it the fuck out of there. And to end my perspective of this, I don't hear anything from her until the end of the lunch period we shared.
Which was the second to last.
Which is the 7th of 8 periods. So I hand you the letter, I run away. What happens next?
I read it. I go, I don't know. And I'm panicking. And I went, I'll ask my best friend at the time. So then when one of those class periods we shared, I handed her the note and she read it and she's fangirling and freaking out. She goes, well, you have to say yes. And I went, but I don't know. The last time I prepared for this instead, he asked out another girl and then tried to rebound on me and then ghosted me. So I was like, I don't know.
To be fair, I understand, high school, we're stupid, we're panicking. I did already ask you out. So it's not like I was going to shift and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I wanted you to proofread that for someone else, actually.
Okay. Well, and then I'm like, and then I wasn't sure if I was ready.
Fair.
I was like freaking out. So then on a whim, I just decided to go. I literally wrote 2 different letters.
Let's go.
I wrote a yes and a no. And on a whim, I was like, I'll go with the yes. I'll give it a shot.
On a whim, baby. Let's go.
Because we were pretty much inseparable since the party.
Yeah, we had been talking, it's not like, oh, we're texting once or twice a day. No, we were texting nonstop.
We were inseparable.
Up until 2 a.m. texting.
Yeah. Phone calls till 2 a.m.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I on a whim, I decided to then to hit the Passco collect $200 button. Is there a button? Not in Monopoly.
No, you just pass the space.
I feel like one of the Monopoly games has a button.
No, there are Monopolies with buttons. I know there's the credit card one we always had, which is super cool.
See, but I like to count the money.
But it was cool because you would
But I like to count the money. But yeah. we were pretty much inseparable since the day we met. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I guess we can make this official. So we've been pretty much dating since the day we met.
Yeah, essentially. And then we meet for lunch. I don't say anything. And she doesn't say anything for the entire lunch period. And I'm like, oh, okay. My first thought was she doesn't want to be mean at school. So it's better to let me down after school. And then at the end of lunch, she hands me a note. And I'm like, huh? And that was the acceptance. I will say, at the time I was confused. Days after I realized your friend almost spoiled it. Because halfway through the day, she texted me a string of letters. Just like a keyboard smash. I'm like, that's weird.
She totally would.
I'm like, that's weird. And at the time, I had no idea what it means. In the days later, I was looking back at that text. In the middle, it said, "You guys are so cute." So I think that was her like spoiling it midway through the day, but I was too stupid to pick up on that. I just saw a keyboard smash and my eyes glazed over.
That really is her. She does stuff like that.
And then we dated for a while, got married, had kids. Here we are. Now we're doing a podcast. All of that was for this podcast, just for you.
Yeah, hold on. It's been 13 years this year? Or is it 14? 13?
Well, I graduated high school 2016. So my freshman year of high school was 2011. Because remember, the year crosses. I started freshman year 2011.
No, 2012.
2012, 2013, 2013, 2014. 2014, 2015. Oh, yeah. No, I'm stupid. Okay, so 2012. See, here's the thing. I'm really good at remembering, like, important dates, like anniversaries for us. Our anniversary, our birthday. I'm bad at math. So it's like, I'll be like, oh, yeah. I know, like, when our anniversary is, when like, your birthday, when our kids' birthdays are. But when it's like, yeah, we've been dating for... Hold on, I need to break out a piece of paper. I'm really stupid. Okay, so yeah, 2012, so 12 years in like 3 months, 12 years, essentially.
Yeah.
And I mean, even if you count when we officially started dating, that's November, you know? So I mean, in November, it'll be, we have been together for 12 years. And we almost weren't dating several times that first year and a half, I want to say. I think I stopped being like a dumb high school boy about like a year and a half, 2 years into our relationship.
Yes.
Because we almost stopped being a couple times. Because, you know, I was a dumb high school boy trying to like not fuck it up.
And dumb high school boys continue to fuck it up.
True. Boys continue to fuck it up. I know some of our friends who are still dumb high school boys, and they're in their 20s. So, you know,
we're not friends with those people.
Fair. But yeah, so that's kind of our story, I guess.
Yes.
And we can do the very first inaugural spin of the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
So, cards on the table. We have taken out Riley topic, Amanda topic for this first wheel. We couldn't think of anything yet. We were kind of we just got back from vacation, and it's the middle of FNAF anniversary week. Give us a break. Spin the wheel. I've got 2 Reddit posts pulled up, and I've got the tier list maker website pulled up.
I'm gonna have to put my glasses on for this.
It was almost relationship advice, but it was tier list.
I'm gonna have to wear my glasses for this because I'm blind as.
And now we switch to the tier list wheel. It's the only other secondary wheel we have.
Spin the wheel part 2.
Candy. And now this wasn't in the list we made, but I saw it on the homepage.
Ah, that's fine. We
so,
can just add shit on the homepage.
Basic candy tier list. So when it says basic, I assume that means like, yeah, the ones you know.
Oh, gee. Okay.
The thing that's going to suck here is that sweet and chocolate are both on this list, which I think do deserve different tier lists. Now, because this is an audio format and we're making a tier list, we're going to be very descriptive. Don't worry. We will do our best to not be like, put that one in S and then nothing else. Think of it like almost a ranking, not just a tier list. First up, 100 grand. I don't know anything about.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, never had them. Oh, they changed. Oh, I don't have to drag it anymore. I can just vote easy.
Ooh, okay.
Never had them. 3 Musketeers. Now, we're going to differ here. You don't like Three Musketeers, do you?
I used to. I can't eat them anymore. They give me the ick now.
I used to love them. I like them now.
C.
Yeah, I'm okay with C. I think they're decent. Wait, so is that you compromising with me, or is C ick for you?
C is compromising with
Okay,
you.
got it. Just being clear.
I can also still eat them. They are not like no. They just I tend to get the ick from them now.
For the record, the person who made this tier list, the tiers are S, A, B, C, D, never had them, and no. Airheads. They just put all the Airheads in one, where like certain flavors are an S, certain flavors are a no.
I don't like Airheads.
Any of them?
No.
Certain flavors are really good.
I don't like them.
I guess we're going C then, because that's like I'm in A, you're in no, so that's right in the middle to C, I guess.
Okie dokie. What are those?
Oh, that's like the extreme sour Airheads. If you don't like Airheads, I don't like the extreme sour ones. That says no to me. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh man, Almond Joy is so close to being good, except it's all coconut.
It's disgusting, with almond in it. Altoids is not a candy.
Altoids and candy tier list is so weird. I'm skipping it. Okay, here's the thing. I love Altoids. I have an empty Altoids case, this exact one, on my desk right now. I love mints, I love minty flavors, and I love Altoids. It's under the Godzilla. Oh no, that's Godzilla's mouth. I have an Altoid case somewhere in this house. But I think I agree that that's not candy.
Skip.
That's a mint. A mint is not a candy. Andes mints.
No.
Maybe the biggest disagreement on the list. Andes are S tier for me.
No.
I love chocolate. I love mint. I love mint chocolate.
No.
This is the perfect after dinner candy.
No. Absolutely not.
And the perfect on your pillow when you check in at a hotel candy.
Nope.
So that goes into C, I think.
I don't really like chocolate.
Yeah.
I like mint, but only in gum and toothpaste. Mint is not meant to be consumed.
False.
So it's a no for me.
It's an S for me. Once again, C tier. I'm sensing a theme. It's only been C tier or no so far.
Baby bottle pop.
We got baby bottle pop. Now these kind of fucking slap.
I was banned from them as a child.
Because you ate them too much?
Because they gave me really bad sugar rush.
I mean, it is sugar. So it's a solid sugar. For anyone, like any Europeans who maybe, I don't know if baby bottle pop is over there. This feels very American. I don't know. It's essentially a lollipop in the shape of a pacifier that you would then lick. And then if you take off the top of it, there's it's like a baby bottle. It's filled with sugar. So you lick the lollipop and dip it in sugar to put sugar on your sugar to then keep eating sugar. These are fucking great.
First of all, not a pacifier, a bottle nipple.
Bottle nipples are shaped like pacifiers.
No.
What do you mean? They're both shaped like nipples.
Not no.
Pacifiers are shaped like bottle nipples, and bottle nipples are shaped like pacifiers.
No. Not all nipples are the same.
Tomato, nipple, nopple. Where do you feel for baby bottle pop?
C.
C?
I can't put it higher than C. I don't eat them.
I think this might be our first B because I was thinking A. We finally have something not in C. Baby Ruth. I can't remember what that tastes like.
I won't eat them.
You refuse? You just said I won't eat them. Did Ruth hurt you? What do you mean won't?
I won't eat them.
Because you don't like them?
I don't remember at this point.
Okay, so we're gonna put it never had them because that's a crazy response to be like, I don't like them. No, not even I don't like them. I won't eat them. All right, Sam I am. We'll move on.
I'm not Sam I am. You would be Sam I am.
So this is red vines, which are just off-brand Twizzlers, but also black licorice red vines.
Absolutely disgusting.
Black
No.
licorice, an affront to God. Blow pops.
A.
I'm okay with A. Here's so maybe a hot take.
B. I don't like lollipops that much.
Fair. Here's a hot take.
I don't
Blow
like the gum
Pops?
and blow pop.
Well, the gum's okay. Blow pops work better than Tootsie Pops, I believe. Because I feel like there's never a good time to start chewing a Tootsie Pop.
There's always a good time to start chewing a Tootsie Pop.
And I think the chocolate clashes the chocolate clashes more than the gum does. That being said, the gum is mid, so I'm okay with B.
B.
Boston baked beans, candy coated peanuts. I've never had those, but they sound good.
I've never had them either.
I mean, if it's like a chocolate coated peanut, I'm all in. But I have no idea what that flavor is, so I guess next. Bottle caps. Okay.
I only like 2 flavors of the bottle caps.
Well, so if there's multiple flavors, we're talking about the flavors you enjoy. Because there's bad flavors in everything.
Yeah, but like overall, I wouldn't go for bottle caps.
I cannot with the texture. I like the flavor. The texture's too chalky for me.
B. C. C.
I was leaning C, so I think we'll just do C.
No.
Butterfinger. Another one I used to love. This one, way worse as I got older. I used to love Butterfingers. The texture is terrible.
It gives me the ick.
Yeah, no. Just put it in no.
No.
Butterfinger to no. Candy corn.
No. No.
I have also grown to be icked out by the texture of candy corn. I, again, used to love. As a kid, any candy, it's getting vacuumed up. Is that TikTok? Or is the baby vacuuming the cancer medication? It's me. The Ave Maria meme.
Nope.
That's me with any candy you put in front of me before I'm 14.
Nope.
But as I've grown, the texture is bad, the flavor is bad. That's a no. Charleston Chew.
Never had them. That looks like absolute texture sin.
Well, it's vanilla. So it's vanilla with a chocolate coating. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that texture in the middle looks awful.
It looks like it would have the texture of a cowtail.
Gives me like really gross marshmallow vibes. I've never had them though. So.
Yeah, we'll put them in never had them. I'm going to move this a little more in front of you because you're kind of facing that way.
I have to wear my glasses to look at the screen, so.
Chocolate covered chocolate chip cookie dough bites. We found our first S tier, baby. Possibly the best movie snack next to popcorn.
No, not popcorn.
I know you don't like popcorn, but like for me, it's chocolate chip cookie dough bites, popcorn, and then probably nachos, pretzels, M&Ms are somewhere in there as well. Crunch bars. They're pretty good.
I don't think I've had a Crunch bar.
You haven't had a Crunch bar?
I don't think I've eaten them, no.
So it's essentially a Hershey's with Rice Krispies in it.
Oh, I have had them. Texture sin? No.
No, they're so good.
Texture sin.
So if you have them in no, I'd have them in A. I think that goes in between C and D. I'm going to say we don't have a D yet. It feels like a sin, but I'll put it in D. Even though I love me a Crunch bar. Dots. As someone who has had braces probably longer than they haven't had braces, Dots were a fear of mine. Because if you've never tried to eat Dots with braces on, that shit will be stuck for a day. Now that I only have one bar in my teeth, I don't mind them. Is it the flavor or the texture?
Both.
That was out the gate. Day one hater.
They're so gross.
I think they're fine. I'm okay with D. I'm not putting them in no. Oh, wait, that was never had them. Oh, I guess I never had them now.
Wait.
Can you not go back? That's crazy.
That's weird.
Oh, well. Just regular Dum Dum lollipops. All right.
B.
I'm okay with B. Here's the thing. If I get one on Halloween, I'm a little upset. If I see one in the wild in a bowl, I'm always taking it. Every single time. I'll take multiple.
Yeah, I know you do. From the pizza place.
Yeah. Ferrero Rocher chocolate truffles.
See, but that doesn't really... That's like gourmet.
This is so bougie. We just did the Dum Dum lollipops, which comes in a bag of 100 for like $2.
Skip.
And now it's Ferrero Rocher 24. Fuck you. What do I look like? Oh, all right. Fuck yeah. What do I look like? Some fancy pants? Fuck off. Atomic Fireball. I don't know what that is.
I think that's like that cinnamon ball, right?
Oh, probably.
The spicy cinnamon ball?
I've never liked those.
Oh, they're fine. I would put them in D.
Yeah, I'm fine with putting them in D for you. I've never really given a shit. Fun Dip, worst baby bottle pop. I'm gonna make my claim.
I like Fun Dip better.
You like Fun Dip better? Is it the sugar? Because I'll tell you what, it's not the stick.
The sugar tastes better.
That's my main problem with Fun Dip is the stick you use to dip is a block of chalk with no flavor.
Well, you're not supposed to eat the stick.
Yeah, but like I'm licking it every single time to get more sugar on.
Oh, yeah, that's where you get the sugar. You're not supposed to crunch the stick, you heathen.
But I gotta choose some. I don't like Fun Dip that much.
Oh, okay, well, I can go and see.
Well, where are you putting it?
B.
B? Yeah, C, I guess, because I think I'd put it in D. Ghirardelli.
More gourmet chocolate.
Now, this is less gourmet.
But still gourmet.
It's still gourmet. I think we skip. Because that'd be putting like a, who's the chocolate place that the high school always sold chocolates for? Gertrude Hawk? That would feel like putting a Gertrude Hawk thing here. That doesn't fit the vibe.
Yeah.
This says basic candy tier list, and it's like Ferrero Rocher. Fuck off.
That's not basic.
Gobstoppers. Mid.
I don't remember if I've ever had one.
Iconic. Mid. It's a better textured lollipop because it works like a lollipop. The flavor changes throughout, but
like in the movie.
It's harder. So it's easier to suck on, and it's not like sticky. I will say the core often dissolves in a weird way. Kind of mid.
Not had one, so I don't think I've had one.
I'm comfortable putting it in D. The fuck is a goober?
I don't know.
They look good. They're chocolatey. Never had them, but yeah, I love the name Goobers. Good and plenty. Never had them.
Those look like pills.
These are like a quintessential old person food, though. Old person candy, rather. It's like it's always like Tic Tacs, Mike and Ike's, and Good and Plenty's all next to each other. They all look the same. Only ever had the Tic Tacs though. Never had them. We'll just say in general gummy bears, not specifically Haribo.
Gummy bears, B.
Yeah, they're all right. Like they're not even my go-to gummy snack, but they're good. Gummy worms. Are we gonna get to like a sour gummy worm, or is this going to be representative of sour gummy worms?
I don't
see sour gummy worms. So for the interest of like good
bottom second row.
Oh, okay. Well then just regular gummy worms then. I think I say B, a little bit above regular gummy bears.
Yes, I like gummy worms better than
I would put them just above gummy bears, but still in B tier.
Yeah.
Heath Bar.
No.
I don't think I've ever had a Heath Bar.
I've not had them.
I think I've had them in like that like chocolate variety pack where it's like a square of each, but I don't remember what it tastes like. So I'm just going to say never had. All right. Another big difference on us. Regular Hershey's milk chocolate bar. I say S every time.
D tier.
That you just can't go wrong with a regular Hershey's milk chocolate bar.
I don't like Hershey's chocolate.
You also don't like chocolate. Oh, Haichu. For grape Haichu alone, top of the list. Haichu is some of the best fucking candy in the world.
B.
I was waiting for it.
I'm not a fan of the texture too much, but it's not a texture sin. I like the flavor.
The texture is
great.
It is weird that it's like a gum you eventually swallow.
I give it a B.
Because it's very gum adjacent, but you are eating it to eat it. But the flavor is so good. One of the best like grape and green apple flavors in candy. It's weird that it's essentially gum that you chew until you eat it.
Disagree.
I said one of, not the. But yeah, our first A tier. I'm okay with that.
I don't.
Hot tamales. I have no idea what that is.
They are.
I think it's like Tic Tacs, but cinnamon.
Yeah, they're basically more spicy cinnamon.
Why are there so many pill-shaped candies? That's sending a mixed message. Jelly beans.
No.
I used to really like jelly beans. I think they've gone down the more I've had the fucking Bean Boozleds. So I think I'm slowly ruining jelly beans for myself. They're a no for you, yeah?
They are no for me.
I'll put them in C. Because I think...
D.
Yeah, D. Because I think it would be
they
like a high B, low A. Which then bumps it to D if you're in no. Jolly Ranchers.
I love Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with an S tier on Jolly Ranchers.
I don't know if I'd put them in S. I'd put them in A.
I'm in S and A too. I guess we're not like S, so I think A makes sense. Juicy Drop Pop. Now this is baby bottle pops for cool teenagers, where it's a shitty lollipop with a dent in it that you then pour a liquid on and take a out of it.
I never really liked them.
I fucked with these heavy middle school and high school.
Yeah, I remember.
These are really good at the time. I don't think I've had one since 15 years old.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you.
That being said, for nostalgia, I want to say at least C.
D.
D? Okay, I'm okay with D. Junior Mints.
No.
This is an S tier for me. Once again, chocolate mint.
Nope.
Now, less than Andes. I think for me it's Andes, Yorkshire peppermint patty, Junior Mints. But they're all right there for me.
They're all a no from me.
I will give you a bit of a credit here. Junior Mints are more mentholy than Andes. Andes are smooth. Junior Mints are very like mentholy mint. So you say no, I say S, so it's going C. Kinder Eggs. I've never really had one.
I have not had one since they originally banned them when we were young.
They were banned for a while, and then they're just not anymore, because I think they made it so the toy is next to the egg or some shit.
Yeah, the toy's in a separate plastic part, which defeats the purpose of the Kinder Egg and the Wonder Ball.
Okay, I get like the, haha, Americans are so stupid, they can't even have a toy inside their candy. If I'm making a ball of chocolate where there's a toy inside and giving it to children, it's my fault if they choke. I'm sorry. I'm on defense of banning the regular Kinder Egg where it's a fucking inch-long ball of chocolate with a toy inside. If I'm a kid, I'm popping that shit. And I will choke and die.
No.
But never had them. I couldn't tell you what they taste like. Hershey Kisses. A little bit better than the Hershey bar.
Let's see.
I think it's the solid shape of them. I think they... I think what I said Hershey's was S and you said was like D, and that's why it's in B. You say C. I think this goes to B as well, but it would be high B. Kit Kats.
No, I don't like Kit Kats.
If it was normal Kit Kat, I'd say C. Kit Kat did come out with a mint chocolate one. It's really fucking good.
Kit Kat is a texture sin. No.
I think it ends up in C, because I think I would put it up in A or B. The Gummy Krabby Patty. Let's go.
I never liked those kinds of gummy snacks because they sat wrong in my stomach.
They didn't sit wrong for me. The flavor was always meh, and the texture was always bad.
It was just so dense it didn't sit right.
I loved the novelty. Hated eating them. I guess no, then. Yeah?
Yeah.
Crackle.
I don't know what Crackle is.
So this...
That's the nail polish thing from like the early to mid 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
Where you would then paint it on top of a thing and it would like split and you would have crackles.
I forgot about those.
That's what Crackle is to me.
I know I've had them. I cannot tell you the details because I don't remember.
Never had them.
So put them in never had them. I remember liking it though. Laffy Taffy. Better Airheads. Not by much.
They are better Airheads. I do like them better than Airheads.
Airheads is in C, but I think that was a compromise. Yeah, because generally, like, if you give me Airheads or Laffy Taffy, I'm going for Laffy Taffy. They're a bit smoother. Airheads have a weird, like, grittiness to them that I'm not crazy about.
They are smoother. They're almost a texture sin.
I don't love Laffy Taffy, but I will happily eat one.
I think I would put it in D or C.
I'd probably put it in C. So I guess we'll just put it in C.
Okay.
Lemonheads. Never really liked them that much. All right.
No.
Yeah, I'd be like C or D. I'm fine just doing no. And I like lemon, but they're not like a good lemon.
They're not good candy.
Lifesavers.
Are they the original gummy Lifesavers?
It's really hard to tell.
I used to love those as a kid. I don't think I could eat them now.
I don't think I've really ever had them, so this is just all you.
I'll put it in C.
Oh no, there's the Lifesaver gummies. The last ones were normal. Oops.
C.
Both into C. Lindor truffle. We are not Rich, what is this shit? Skip. Mamba.
I don't know
have no
what that
idea what that
is.
is. I've never had a Mamba. Mike and Ike's. Old person candy. Bad. Milk Duds. Okay. I've gotten over Milk Duds. Milk Duds are less chewy than Dots. I kind of like them now.
Nope.
I think probably D is where they'd end up then.
Texture sin.
Texture sin. My texture sin, I'm sure it'll come up. Whoppers. When we get there. Oh. Milky Way. I make the time for Milky Way. A quarter cup of milk in every bar. That can't be true. Was that an actual commercial in like the 70s?
I have absolutely no idea.
That being said, I don't super remember what they taste like.
It's just a Snickers bar without the nuts, basically.
So a worse Snickers bar.
I give them a B.
Yeah, but from your description, I agree with that. Because Snickers bar is probably S tier, and I'm sure we'll get there. M&M's. M&M's. Is S?
Okay, M&M's are my go-to period snack because it's one of the only forms of chocolate that I can tolerate. But I wouldn't put it in S tier.
You wouldn't? I would.
I would put it in
really like S tier.
B or A.
If you're going B or A, I think we have to go A here. I really like M&M's, especially, so this past Valentine's Day, they had these Valentine's Day combos at Target, where it was a popcorn bucket with 2 bags of popcorn and 2 things of M&M's. My mind has been awoken to popcorn, M&M in the same mouthful. Holy shit, it's the best thing ever. It's like a buttery, salty chocolate. Oh, it's so good. I'm okay with A. Peanut M&Ms. You know?
No.
You would think they'd be better, but they're honestly worse for it.
Like C.
I say B, because I think I leave it in A.
I would not put it.
But it is worse than a regular M&M. Mr. Goodbar.
Texture sin.
Is this the peanut one?
I think so, yeah.
I don't really remember much about it.
I don't like it.
I remember liking it, but I'll just go on your vote on no then. Necco wafers. I've never had them, but every time I see them...
Oh, they're so gross.
Every time I see them, they seem horrible.
They're disgusting.
It seems like a Smartie, but way worse.
It's like basically really thin, really gross sugar Tums.
Is it like chalky?
It's really gross.
Yeah, I'm going to say no then. Fuck that.
S tier.
So this is Nerds, specifically grape and strawberry Nerds. What a pack.
S tier.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sorry, I got too excited. I saw the picture.
Nerds are a little much for me. I think if I eat too many, I start to like feel very bad. But they do taste really good.
Nerds were some of my favorite candy.
So I think I go S here. Nerds Rope.
B.
I agree it's made worse. I don't think it's made that much worse.
I don't like the rope.
Fair. So you like the Nerds, but then their shitty friend comes with them.
And I don't like the rope. The rope is really gross. It's very almost licorice-y, and licorice makes me sick.
I like licorice.
Licorice literally makes me sick. Just the smell of it.
I don't have any strong opinions here, so I think I'm okay with putting it where you said on B. Good and Plenty, I think. Oh, Now and Laters. They're like shitty. They're like a shitty Starburst.
I've not had them.
It's like they're not bad, but they are worse than Starburst. So I'm just gonna say like C.
I'm allergic to those.
Is the gummy orange slices? Amanda's very allergic to oranges, so we'll just say no. I've never really had them. I just know they exist. Payday. Now, Payday, not my favorite. If I'm like really in the need for something salty, these fucking hit.
I don't like the peanuts. The peanuts
It's
are really
peanuts.
dry.
What do you mean you like peanuts? So you like peanuts, but when they're in one cluster, they're now bad.
It messes with the peanuts. I don't know.
Now I wonder if it's less that the peanuts are dry and more that like paydays in general are not popular. So you've probably only ever eaten stale paydays, as I have.
They're gross. I don't like them.
I think the compromise here is D then, because I would probably put them in B or C. Peeps, terrible. Fuck Peeps. I'm sorry. I know Peeps are like an Easter staple. Peeps are disgusting.
They're so gross.
I would eat a normal marshmallow any day of the week. You got to make me eat a Peep.
Here, have a peep.
Pez.
That's a no.
Subpar candy. way over popular because of the fun way to eat it. Because there are so many Pez dispensers. The actual candy, worse than a Smartie, and a Smartie isn't great. So, great is A. You putting Smartie in A?
Yeah.
What? Oh, we'll get there. I think Pez ends up in like D. Like, I'll eat a Pez.
I won't eat a Pez.
Pixie Sticks. Now this cuts out the middleman. I say these are better than Fun Dip.
I like the Fun Dip sugar better than Pixie Stick sugar.
I dislike the stick of Fun Dip so much. I like Pixie Sticks better.
No, I like the Fun Dip sugar more.
What
than
a
Pixie
quintessential
Stick sugar.
kid candy. Because Pixie Sticks is just a straw of sugar you swallow.
Yes.
There is nothing else. They said, fuck it, they'll eat anything. And put the sugar in a straw.
How American. B.
Yeah, I'm okay with B.
Although Fun Dip would be A for me, so yeah. B
Pop Rocks, a classic.
You know, I only like Pop Rocks in the Rock and Pop and Cotton Candy.
I like Pop Rocks in things.
I don't know if I could eat just straight Pop Rocks. I've never eaten straight Pop Rocks.
I have. It's all right. Pop Rocks within something is way better.
I love the Pop Rocks in the ice cream because I like the pop and the fizzy.
And I liked it in the Oreos, the bisexual Oreos we got.
Yes,
those are really good. Like, Pop Rocks in something is good. Pop Rocks on their own, eh. So I guess like honorary C? B? B. Honorary B. Push Pops. This is just a lollipop, but more convenient.
Yeah, I don't really care for them.
I mean, I'll put them next to the other lollipops. Raisinets. You know, I used to hate raisins. I actually like raisins now. I probably really fuck with Raisinets.
I used to like raisins in high school, and then I ate them so much they give me the ick.
But I haven't had Raisinets since I've liked raisins, so
now,
I don't know.
I'll eat craisins in my salad, but I can't eat raisins anymore.
Well, that's just because cranberries are generally better than grapes. That might be a hot take.
I like grapes more than cranberries.
Well, no, here's the thing.
You can't really eat a cranberry.
Sorry, let me rephrase. As a fruit, grapes are better than cranberries. As a general flavor or other version of that fruit, I feel like cranberries are typically better. I like cranberry juice more than grape juice. I like craisins more than raisins. So on and so forth. How many cranberry muffins have you had in your life? They're pretty good.
None.
What? How many grape muffins have you had in your life?
None.
That's the point. I feel like I'd love a Raisinette. I haven't had them since I've started liking Raisinets. You don't like Raisinets?
I do not like.
We'll just go on your vote then. Red Vines. It's just a shitty Twizzler. It's just a worse Twizzler. And I like Twizzlers, but not that much. I'll just put them in no. Now this is one of our biggest fights. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Disgusting.
S tier. S tier. Every Reese's candy, S tier. Reese's Pieces. Reese's Sticks is the best candy on the market.
No.
Reese's Take 5.
It was not. I am very sad Reese's took Take 5 because they made Take 5 gross. Take 5 was my favorite candy. And then Reese's bought them, and it made me very sad. I do not like Reese's peanut butter. They changed their recipe years ago and made the peanut butter disgusting.
Fully disagree. It's always been good, and it's still good.
Nope. They changed the peanut butter recipe. It's gross.
Fortunately, I think that means this has to go into C, because I'm saying S and you're saying no. And it hurts me to say it, but that does equal C. Ring Pops.
It's a juicy julep flavor ring pop.
For the novelty alone, I want to say A. Because once again...
I just put it with the Push Pops.
That's what I was going to say. Once again, it's just a lollipop. But it's a ring pop. This is like iconic.
B.
All right. Rolo.
Oh,
those are good.
Rolos. They're actually really good.
You turned me on to Rolos because I never had them before.
Every now and then I have a craving for them because I just really like caramel.
This might be an A for me.
Yes, A.
Yeah, these are really good. Runts. Kind of shitty.
I really liked them when I was in elementary school.
They're
like a C now.
I liked them when I often put quarters in those little like grocery store candy machines. And you
It's
would get like a handful of just loose candy, which is in retrospect crazy. That like gumballs make sense and like the little toys make sense, but there was a lot of them that was just like a handful of loose candy,
Yeah,
which is
that's
fucking
weird.
psychotic. But I would get them often, but nowadays I think I would hate them.
I would put them to a C or a D.
I want to say D on that.
I'll allow it.
Skittles.
B.
I would say S or A. So I think that lines up to B if you're in B. Skittles are good. I like every flavor of the Skittle.
Well, I can't have the orange.
I know.
And I don't like the lemon. And is green still lime or did they change that to green apple?
I think it's green apple.
Because if it's green apple, I would put it higher, but I don't like the lime flavor either. So I literally was at a party and I sat at the bowl and I picked out all of the grape Skittles. And I had a giant bag of grape Skittles.
When we were at college, the local mall had a candy machine that you could select specific flavors of Skittles, and that was probably the happiest you were ever in your life. Because you could just get grape Skittles and leave. I like it all ways. Like, I like the individual flavors, and I like the flavor of just a handful of Skittles. I want to say A. I don't want to say S. If you're saying B, we can go B.
B.
Okay. Snickers bar, S.
S tier.
Possibly the easiest S so far. Maybe Cookie Dough Bites was easier. But like, a Snickers bar not only is a great candy bar, if you're in a bad place, it's a half decent meal replacement. Like,
so, back when we lived in the middle of nowhere, I never ate breakfast because I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and be at work by 7. So I was not eating that early in the morning. I can't stomach food that early in the morning. I would drink my coffee at like 7. And then around noon, I would go to the vending machine and get a Dr. Pepper and a Snickers bar. And that was my meal for the day. Sometimes I would get dinner.
My go-to shit I'm late, I need food though, would be stopping by a local grocery store, grabbing a Snickers bar and a Bolthouse Farms fruit and veggie drink, like one of those things.
Yeah.
And twice of the amount of times I've did that, the cashier would look at me funny and I'd say, "Breakfast of champions," and then they would like kind of sigh. But yeah, Snickers bar, S tier. Delicious. Snow Caps, worst Hershey Kisses by a long shot.
It's got the
like shitty little pearls on them. Yeah, that's a no. Sour Punch, I don't know what those are.
I have no idea what that is either.
Never had them. That's a tube of goo. That's a goo tube. I can't even read the label. Ooze tube. Disgusting. What if I had to guess? It's like a thick candy liquid.
It's got to be like the stuff that was the juicy drop.
Probably
top.
thicker since it's just the tube. You know what? I think I've had things similar to this.
I've not had them.
You know what I used to have a lot on road trips? You ever have candy spray? I used to fuck with those a lot. Those we'd go and my sister would always get the candy buttons on the paper, which I could never do because of texture. And I would always get the candy spray.
When I was like younger, like elementary school, my like the kids that I used to play with around the block, we would literally like we would get the candy spray. And we would just mock like the joke on the like the TV cartoons where like the person would go for the kiss to make their breath feel better. So we're like, oh, hold on. How do I smell?
It's your breath refresher. Sour Patch Kids.
Disgusting.
What? You think Sour Patch Kids are disgusting?
So here's my problem. I really like the sour of the Sour Patch Kids. I do not like the kids of the I would suck off the sour and spit out the kid.
Oh God, that's why I married her. No, sorry. Oh God, that analogy gets worse the more you think about it, actually. what I was gonna say, when we get to Trolleys, you'll understand why I am desperately confused. Because just keep in mind, remember this for later. She just said Sour Patch Kids were a no. Is that your stance?
Yeah.
Bottom of the tier. So you're saying Sour Patch Kids are the bottom of the tier list?
Pretty much. I probably, well, no, I
Keep
can't
that in
eat-
mind, folks at home. They're not an S or anything. I will say they had a lemonades flavor recently. I could eat that all day. But generally, I say they're like a
So,
B.
Like, I like the flavor of the sour crystal on the Sour Patch Kid, but the gummy of the kid and is gross and it hurts my tummy.
I think it ends up in C then, because I'm A or B and you're no. Spree.
They're
I don't know.
chewy. They're
Oh, I have had these.
They're okay.
D.
D.
All right. Starburst. They were S at some point in my life. I think they're like a high B for me.
Yeah.
They've got some
They can
good
go next to
flavors.
Skittles.
They've got some good flavors. Oh,
the quintessential granny candy.
strawberry granny candy.
I don't actually know if I've ever had one.
They're so good. So you probably won't like it because it's a hard candy with a like a goo inside. Both strawberry flavored. But I know you don't like fillings. But it's like a hard candy that eventually you crunch and there's like a nice strawberry goo inside.
Interesting.
They're so good. If you have not had the strawberry granny candy, if I see them at the dollar store, I'm getting the bag every time. They're so good. They're S tier for me.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had them. So
Then I get the vote. But I'll put them in A because I feel like you won't like them that much, and I don't want to soil S tier with them. Sugar babies. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Baby.
Right?
I want money.
I don't know what a sugar baby is.
I don't
like
either.
candy wise. I've never heard of that.
Disgusting.
Sweet as fish.
Disgusting.
They're pretty good.
Ugh,
They probably end up
no.
in D with how much you hate them and how like I am with it. I like them.
No.
Sweet tarts.
S.
I'll put them in S. They're in A or a B for me, but you like them so much they end up in S.
Sweet tarts. I literally ate them throughout both of my pregnancies because it was the only thing that would make my nausea go away besides Zofran.
Sweet tarts are good. They're very good. So, okay.
Look, there's the
They have the-
original Take 5, S tier.
They have the original Take 5 and the Reese's Take 5. We can shake hands and just only look at half of this picture each. So S tier. Toblerone, never
I
had.
don't know what that is.
It's a classic, really, really hard chocolate bar. Never had it. So never had. Are we getting close? Okay, we're almost done. It's over it. Like we're getting close to an hour on just this tier list.
Yeah, don't forget all of the coughing
True.
edits and pauses. Okay.
Tootsie Pops, I think, are worse than Blow Pops.
C.
Yeah, I'm okay with C. Tootsie Rolls, I want to say B. But I know you don't like Tootsie Rolls that much.
D.
D? Okay, so it ends up in C. I'm alright with that. Okay, here's the weird thing.
What are those?
Those are the flavored Tootsie Rolls that are not chocolate.
That's right. They're okay.
Like 3 of them are really good and 2 of them are garbage.
C.
Yeah, I'm okay with C. I like them about as much as I like a Tootsie Roll. Okay, so folks at home, if you remembered, this love of my life here said that Sour Patch Kids were so low on the tier list, she will not eat them. Sour gummy worms.
S tier.
Now you know why I was so confused.
Specifically the berry sour gummy worms because I cannot have the orange ones.
Now here's the thing. I think I agree with you on their S tier. If I eat like more than 4 in a sitting, my stomach will hurt.
I can eat the whole bag.
But I'm okay with S tier. They're good. Twix.
A.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. Like Twix aren't like amazing, but they're pretty good. Twizzlers regular.
No.
I'll put them above wherever the fuck. Oh, Red Vines were in no. I'll put them in D.
No.
Sour Warheads. I never got liking Warheads.
Warheads are fun if you like pain.
They're just sour for sour's sake. I like sour when it's like a good flavor. It's just sour.
B.
I say no, so that ends up in like a C, I
You
guess.
can put them in D.
Now, is this the only Werther's on here? Yes. So we'll say it's not the butter candies, but the like traditional Werther's original caramels.
The Werther original caramels.
They're pretty
so
good. They're like they're probably my second favorite grandma candy. Do we say B?
B.
Just like a nice caramel? Whatchamacallit? Whatchamacallit for the longest time was my favorite candy bar. Reese's Sticks overtook them.
No, thank you. I don't know what they are. I've never had them, but I think
Whatchamacallit?
Remember reading what it like. I think I remember it being like something I wouldn't enjoy. And
You wouldn't like it that much. It's like whatchamacallits, if I remember correctly, have like they're made up of some of the parts of a Snickers, but like not the caramel, not the
it's
peanuts.
Like a weird. It's got like a weird texture to it.
It's like nougat and a little bit of like wafery. I like them a lot.
I don't like wafer. Only the wafer cookies.
So you don't remember them, don't like them. I'd put them in S. I'm okay with just like B.
Okay.
Whoppers.
No.
One of the worst textures ever like made in mankind.
Just imagining biting into one makes me.
Who the fuck said, what if I made solid malt and said, I'll put a little bit of chocolate on it? Go fuck yourself. No, solid malt's terrible. I can't even think about chewing a Whopper without shivering. York peppermint patty is an S tier for me.
No.
I figured it goes into C with the other mint chocolates. 0.
I've never heard of this.
This looks like some shit that would have been on that Xenon Nickelodeon show.
Xenon
is it Disney?
Disney.
I put it next to Zoe 101 in my brain. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck
never
that is.
Never heard of it.
Okay, we're back to the ones we've skipped then. And that's the tier list. So our S, we'll just go S tier because there's too much to recap. Our S tier is, in no particular order, chocolate-covered chocolate chip cookie dough bites. Strawberry and grape nerds, but I guess all nerds. Snickers bar, sweet tarts, Take 5, and Trolley sour gummy worms, specifically the berry flavor. That's a good S tier. It's a good mix. I'm surprised that it's 50-50 chocolate and not chocolate. I didn't think there'd be that many chocolates. I kind of forgot about like some of the chocolate things that you do like, since you generally don't like chocolate.
Yeah, I'm not a chocolate person. I like sour candies and like, yeah.
Do we dare spin the wheel again for the inaugural episode?
Yeah. What does that mean for the next one?
Yeah. Do it. No, for this one.
Oh, wait. What?
Do we dare spin the wheel again for this episode? Or do we call it after an hour of recording?
Let's do one more spin.
And I guess I'll take off tier list because that will be another hour. So this will just be a Reddit post. I've got them both pulled up. One of them will do. One of the closest wheel spins I've ever seen. But that's relationship advice. Would you like me to read it or would you like to read?
I can attempt to read it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, you can read it.
Okay. That was it. For those at home, the text is very small on the screen.
I am very blind.
The solution on here feels simple, but I thought it would make for a fun conversation. My 28 male. Do you know how like Reddit formatting works? I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you've ever like used Reddit.
I've not, but I've read enough Am I the Asshole reposts to know what that means.
My 28 male girlfriend, 27 female, seems to be more distant after I said I didn't like my birthday celebration. How should I approach this? So recently, I turned 28 and have been with my current girlfriend for 8 months. Despite being almost 30, this is my first serious relationship, and I'm learning a lot of things late in the game. For my birthday, my girlfriend planned a dinner at a Korean steakhouse, followed by watching the new Deadpool movie in theaters. Now, my main issue is she invited 4 of our friends that wanted to celebrate with us to dinner and the movie. Before dinner, we also stopped by one of the 4 friends to see their new kitchen remodel. Overall, I was doing my best to put on a good game face, but I was not having a good time, because the entire time I just kept feeling like she doesn't get me. My main issues with the birthday celebration were, I told her I was exhausted from the previous week's traveling for work, 2 countries over 8 days. I'm not sure why a birthday plan that consists of a 10-hour-long plan is what she thought I'd like. The previous night, I had already had a big birthday party my friends threw me. I was looking forward to a small, intimate celebration with her, not a gathering of 8 people that were mostly her friends. The math is off, because he said there's 2 of them, invited 4. Now it's 8, so there's 2 people we don't know about, but regardless. Compared to how special I made her birthday for her, she loves going out in big celebrations, so I dropped $1.5K on bottle service and reserving a table at a bar in the city. It feels like she barely put any effort in, and the vast difference in effort really got to me. She asked me how I enjoyed my birthday, and I tried to hint this wasn't really my type of celebration, but I appreciate the dinner. She just said sorry for trying and has been distant since. I didn't want to hurt her, but I was also disappointed in how little she considered how I would feel about these plans. And then it finishes so when your girlfriend botches your birthday after many hints of how you'd prefer to celebrate and gives you sad, distant emotions, how do you address it? Do you want to start? Do you want me to start? Because I've got thoughts.
I have thoughts. In this post, he only mentioned something small and intimate, but did he actually say he told her that, or that he was just hoping for that?
That was kind of my thought, is that, like, okay, you say you've, like, hinted at this, but you don't tell us that you have. And also, hey, you said yourself you're almost 30. Fucking just say what you want to do for your birthday. Like, what? It's very, I feel like, and he did say it's his first serious relationship. I feel like it's a very common thing that, like, people expect their partner to read their mind.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Like, it's fine to surprise your partner or anything like that. I think that surprises are good in general. But, like, if you don't communicate your expectations, you can't really be upset that they weren't met.
Yeah. Like, and it sounds like she did put a lot of effort into planning this this little birthday dinner with a small group of people. It wasn't a big party that he mentioned he had the previous night from his friends. It was a small dinner with a few friends. So looks like it's 6 people, and then he pulls out the number 8. Where are these other 2 people? But it's just, if you didn't say specifically, hey, I just want to do something small, you and me, she's not going to plan for that.
Also, there's several, like, little red flags I'm picking up throughout this post. First of all, you've been dating for 8 months. We don't know their financial situations, but you dropped $1,500 on the birthday for a girlfriend you haven't even been with for a year. First of all, that's a lot of money. And we don't know what her financial situation is. If I'm only dating someone within a year, I'm not about to drop $1,500 just for the party of a birthday. That's a lot of money.
I'd kill you if you spent like $150 on me for my birthday. Which you probably do, and you lie to me about it.
I mean, I have in the past. I've more than that in the past. Yeah. Multiple times.
But those were like...
Fair, we've got bills now. But that's one. Another red flag to me is the closing sentence in this, which is why I specified this post is still going on. Major ick to end this post, which, like, thus far was okay, with, so when your girlfriend botches your birthday after many hints and gives you sad, distant emotions, how do you address it? What a douchey way to phrase this whole situation.
Right?
Like, she didn't botch anything. She gave you a very nice birthday that you didn't enjoy. I don't like this guy. And I know we have very limited information. On the face of it, I don't like this man.
Does this person add more comments?
I can check the comments.
Replies?
I didn't check many of the comments if he, like, replied. No, there's only 4 comments.
Okay.
Which, like, this is from an hour ago. That's crazy. I said top this month. I got one with 5 uploads from an hour ago.
That's kind of funny.
Why did that happen? What? I guess 2 hours now, because I pulled this up, like, before we recorded.
We'll refresh the page.
Oh yeah, maybe we have more comments now. Oh yeah, more comments. Here we go. Here we go. Well, did you tell her any of your thoughts about your birthday and what you wanted? Were you clear about your wants? Did this conversation happen beforehand, or is this all coming up after birthday celebrations? Yeah, she asked what I wanted to do for my... Now, this is the OP responding. Yeah, she asked what I wanted to do for my birthday 2 weeks before I left for my work trip. I told her I was going to be exhausted, and my friends were already planning me a big party the day of. And as long as we do that together, I'd be happy. Now, Monday I land, and Wednesday she tells me to clear my schedule for Saturday for a treat. I found out what the plan was Friday by the time she made reservations, bought movie tickets, and communicated the plan to other friends. I felt it was too late to start a fuss. So no, you didn't. Because what he's saying is, yeah, I mean, my friends are already throwing me a party, so as long as you're there, I'll be happy. You didn't say, and I don't want to do anything afterwards.
Yeah.
And also, in his post, he complains that she didn't put in enough effort. Meanwhile, he says, don't do anything. If your instructions are just be at the party my friends are throwing, that's all she had to do. Yeah, I agree with this next comment. The next comment under, I fully agree with. Holy fuck, man. You talked to her. You were relying on hints and context clues. Come on, she's not a mind reader. Use your words, homie. I do not know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like,
oh, and the one of the replies was, so you're okay with your friends throwing you a big party, but not your girlfriend, basically.
oh, that's a good point. I didn't even see that one.
It was...
Was it up?
Here.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, it seems like you're on board for your friends doing something for you, but not her doing something for you. I mean, if you're exhausted, why is a big party with your friends okay, but what she planned not? It was typically a more quiet thing with a couple friends. Yeah, that's also a big party with my friends. I'm exhausted, but that's fine. Meanwhile, dinner and a movie with 4 other people is exhausting.
Like 2 days later, like it was like a week after he landed.
Yeah,
according to this timeline.
I tried to find one that wasn't this, but this does just fall into dude suck category. Dude, you sound like you don't like your girlfriend. Like, I don't, everything about this post confuses me. Spends $1,500, tells her not to do anything, and then gets mad when she actually does do something.
Yep.
Is given no instructions on what to do. And then afterwards said, oh, there was specific instructions I wanted. Like, what? Folks out there, just fucking talk to your significant other.
Use your words, please.
99% of conflict is you didn't talk good enough. Talk more and gooder.
Seriously, that's like my problem with 99% of TV shows and movies. Everyone's really bad at communicating.
This is your relationship advice for the day. Fucking talk to your partner. I mean, like, that's like 99% of, like, I tried to find one that wasn't this. A lot of these, like, am I the asshole in relationship advice things are just like, fucking just talk to each other. What are you doing? Especially, there's a big red flag on am I the asshole when there's an issue that could be settled with a 5-minute conversation, but instead someone goes to Reddit to spill the beans. That's so weird. What insane behavior.
I wonder how many of those, like, am I the asshole stories are just, like, fake.
That's probably a big one, too. And you have to consider if it's not fake, it's coming from the person themselves. So, like, how is their bias tainting this?
Yeah.
Not to mention, like, 80% of Am I the Asshole posts are just, like, yeah, it's always, like, from a woman's point of view. And it's like, my boyfriend does this thing where he, like, breaks my personal property and then yells at me for it. And I said I didn't like that. And he called me crazy. Am I being an asshole? I'm like, girl, get out of there. Run. Like, what?
Red flag,
there is so many Am I the Assholes where it's like just a girl 100% being wronged. And then it's just everyone I know calls me crazy because I don't like it when my husband kills our dog. Like, it's like always this crazy thing. So I for the podcast, I'm going to try to find the Am I the Assholes that aren't just that. But I guess that's a podcast.
That's a podcast.
So I hope you enjoyed, etc. I'll figure out the email and I'll put it in post, hopefully, and put it on the screen and in the description to send in questions. Recording this like the day of because I kind of forgot to set this up until now. We have an email. It was kind of hard to find one, etc. and all that stuff was taken, but I did make etcamapodcast@gmail.com. I figure that makes sense because this email submission is more like advice or questions. So like it's etc. Ask Me Anything podcast, but it's broken down to make it easier to type to etcamapodcast@gmail.com. So you can send in questions or advice or suggestions to that email, and we'll add that as a slot on the wheel. Thank you, and I hope you like the podcast. We've been together for 12 years. We've been parents for 3 years and a couple months. So that's the advice we can give, is that area of expertise, I guess. But until next time, I don't have an outro for this. Bye.
Bye.